So here are my glass bottle pendant lights I made for our kitchen. I made them out of Peregrino bottles, and you can see I've got them on a dimmer here. I'll leave them a little bit dimmer for the filming of the camera. But yeah, they're at different heights right now. I'm going to fix that. I'm going to put them all at the same height. When they were different bottles before, they looked good like that, but not now. This was a manzanita bush I used, and this one I think was an alder, and I'm not remembering what the name of this one was. This one was the biggest challenge, so you can see that was the shape of the leaves, but it had a lot more detail where I had to cut out things, and you can see there was a whole bunch of seeds. I just tried to use one for an experiment, but I don't know about that one. Another thing, you'll see the rest of this video, I'll show you how I made these, but this one I taped up the bottom. I noticed on these other ones, when I didn't tape up the bottom and some sand was kind of getting underneath it when I was sandblasting, and there's just it's not that noticeable, but it pitted a little bit around the bottoms. Yeah, but if anybody wants to buy these, I'd actually consider selling them. I'll probably ask quite a bit of money because each one took several hours. You'll see at all the steps I had to go through. But you could feel good about supporting an environmental science college student if you want. And if you buy them, then I'll just continue to make more. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the video. I'm back. So this is your host, not Dan Rojas again. You know, I'm doing that just because I'm jealous of the guy. He's like kind of living my dream. But I just got done cutting these beauties here. And I've been out of it for a while, but I've just finally got some time to get back into this project. I know the kind of bottles I want. I got some square ones to try again. I just cut those two. And I'm going to take us through cutting this one. What I've been using is just some oil, some turpentine lube, motor oil, just to make it slide a little bit better on this granite, although by the third bottle it's losing its lube for some reason. But let's do it. I don't know if I can, I got the angle probably wrong here, but let's zoom in a little bit anyway. And this new camera I got doesn't like to focus when I zoom in starting out, but I'm still a strong believer in getting the deepest cut possible. Because whenever I try a shallow cut, it just doesn't work very well. But the deep cuts work really nice. Move my spacer. I'll probably fast forward some of this video because it's taking a lot longer this time. Okay, let's try a different angle so you're not so bored. No? Alright, maybe not. We'll just fast forward this out. Got a cut going here, and we'll go see how it works. Alright, we are back inside, and I never expected that that square glass bottle video to be so popular. Man, it's hard looking into this camera for some reason. But yeah, I've been reading all your guys' comments, and they're really great comments. I've been listening and trying a couple different things here. One comment that was really cool was the rubber band. So what I have been doing the first two bottles is I get this rubber band on here, and I get it right above where my cut is. And just get this squeezed and right and straight along the line, just probably like 2 millimeters above the line. And I don't know if this does any good, but I can't see it harming anything, and so far so good. But yeah, I don't know what's up with Dan's magic water. But he must have some good temperatures there, because I'm having to go to some extreme temperatures when I do this. But it's working. It'll be the real try will be with the square ones, the real trick. But I'll probably fast forward some of this video because this is going to be long as I go through this. I've got boiling water here, and we've got the ice water here, and I think I'll put, oh man, they're fogged up. I think I'll put the goggles on this time. I didn't need them for cutting. I didn't feel it was necessary. So, what I figured out in the second bottle is I am just going to set this in here, and let's see if I can pick up the camera. New camera's getting used to it, but the water level is right around that rubber band, and that's what I've been keeping it at. So we're gonna let that boil while I get this tripod set up. Man, this video is not going to be nearly as good as the other one. So I'm going to let this boil just for a few more seconds. And the first video, what I was doing is I was using this eyedropper, and I was just going like, I don't know, I tried different ways. I tried putting the bottle in the refrigerator and then using an eyedropper for hot water, and that didn't work. I went back and forth several times. It wasn't doing anything. So I ended up back at my old setup, because I'm remembering now, deeper cuts, more extreme temperatures. I don't know, it's working. I don't know what about Dan's magic water, like I said. So now I just pull this bottle out of here, get the nice and cold eyedropper, and I'll just run some cold water right over my line here. And I don't know, I've been doing this like several times and it doesn't seem to do anything. I'm thinking that maybe it slightly cracks it and gets a nice start. That's why I'm ending it with such nice cuts. And I'll just work on it. And I mean, if you only have like one bottle that you like don't want to screw up, this is probably the safest way to do it, is just try to do it slow. And then before I dunk this back in the hot water, I kind of eyedropper some hot water back on it. And I mean, I've tried like rotating the bottle, but when, I don't know, you probably can't see it on the camera, but when I squirt this water on that crack, it kind of sticks to that rubber band, and it goes right around the bottle, right around just the cracked area. So that's cool. So I heat that back up, then I'll dunk that back in the hot water, let it heat back up, and repeat. And then, I don't know, I'll just keep doing that. And then after it gets, after I do that a few times, I'll go straight from the hot water into the ice bucket, ice bath, and that's when I'll finally notice a crack. And I don't know, I feel silly wearing these glasses, but I'm being entertaining, I guess. So, we're going to do that, and hopefully we'll get as nice a cut as these other two bottles. And I picked up only 4 bottles at the other night at the recycling of these kind, and I was able to find the 2 blue Bombay Sapphires. I think we're time to go back and forth again. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna cool it down again. I'm doing it a little bit. I out of whack since I'm filming and talking. But yeah, some great comments. People were talking about using soldering irons, and there was some talk about using heat guns, and then there was somebody that's talked about using a candle and ice cubes. And I mean, hey, I could see all those working if you, as long as you're careful and, I mean, doing it just like right, I mean, controlled as possible. I mean, I don't know what's, like I said, I don't know what's up with Dan's magic water, but I don't have magic water apparently. I mean, even with that deep cut, it's not. Dude! It does not want to crack. I don't. Alright, so let's turn this off. You can see I got a little impatient when making this video, and I went a little bit too fast, and I just cracked this piece off, and the bottom's in there. But you can see we still got a cut, a flat bottom. Let's see, and there's no cracks up on this side. I ended up just getting really impatient in the end and just chipping the rest off. I probably won't use this video, or this bottle. Yeah, I probably won't use this video either because I screwed up. No. I'll just fake it and make another video. So, yeah, but it worked. And you can see just how long and how much time and temperature it took to cut this, and I was going back and forth and I still couldn't get that to crack. So I don't know, maybe it's the time of year, because I was having a lot better luck last time I made these videos. I think I'll end it here, and maybe we'll start with the square bottle, and we'll make a video on these guys. I don't know if I'll get all this sticker off, because what's the point if it's just gonna break anyway? I'll be pessimistic here. Alright, not your host, Dan Rojas, signing out. Hey there, I just wanted to do a short video clip showing you how I'm sanding these guys. I don't have one to show before, but this is after. And just to show you really quickly what I'm doing, make sure you wear your safety glasses. So, because just for anything, if for anything, for fun, just it goes along with my goofy hair experiment anyway. Make sure you got your safety gloves. And I decided to use a belt sander. So what I'm doing here is I just run it and I hold it so that just the bottom edge is kind of half is touching. Because I think if you do the whole thing, the back edge will start to chip the glass off. So I just been going here. And I do that and see how much it cut down, and I just keep doing that. It took me about I'd say 15 minutes to do, 20 minutes to do 3 bottles. And that's my sanding technique. One more quick thing. This didn't actually wear down my sandpaper that much. It's still pretty rough. And this is an old belt anyway. But it's pretty rough grit. I've got some really fine stuff that I might try later to buff it out. But if I want to get really serious, I might get into my bench grinder and put a buffing wheel on there, and I've got some rouge. But that's later. I'm going to try doing my design before I get too detailed. I can always work on that edge after I sandblast my design in. So, I wanted to film a quick video after I've got one of the bottles all taped up with manzanita leaves under there. I decided to go with some different leaves. Do one bottle with I think this is like an alder, and then I got another tree I got planned on, and we got manzanita. We're doing local plants here. And this is after I've already cut out the leaves on one of the bottles just before I sandblast. You can kind of see the vein or the vine stem there cut around. And I think one thing I've learned on doing this is to start. It's usually a good idea to cut out the stems first, and because then you can lay it flat and cut out these tiny little bits. This one, manzanita, doesn't have it as bad, but you see like this little space in here. On this one I had a bunch of little pieces like that little piece, which was kind of hard to cut out when you've got stem all around it and the tape's lifted. But there's a video at this stage. Here's a quick clip of what they look like right after sandblasting. And this tape worked out pretty good. There's 2 different kinds of tape I used. One was a different kind of clear packing tape, and it was a lot more difficult because the knife, rather than cut it, even if I had a really sharp blade, the tape would I had to be really careful because it would rather than cut, it would kind of pull it and rip it. It wasn't a cutting tape, it was more like a ripping kind of tape, if that makes any sense. So the kind of tape makes a difference. But all in all, even these little pieces held pretty good. But we'll clean them up and see how it looks. Here's a quick video comparing the green ones. It's an old one, and that's an old one. I really like that one. Too bad the shape of the bottle's not working out. But this one came out pretty nice. I'm gonna miss the blue one though. But I just want to make a video comparing those 3.